Hey there, boys and girls. My name is Mr. Downey from the Coca-Cola Space Science Center right here in Columbus, Georgia. And today I have an activity planned for you that is something you can build in the house and has a lot of items that you can find just laying around. Now, what we're going to build today is called the Newton car. It is based off Newton's laws of gravity. And the best part about this activity is if you're competitive like me, you can turn this into a competition between your parents, siblings, or anyone else that you have in the neighborhood. Now, just to show you how easy and simple this is to build, I've laid all the parts out in front of us, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to build the car and some replacement parts you can find if you don't have what is shown. Now, the car body itself is actually just a small piece of cardboard. Now, plenty of you probably use Amazon like me, so I'm sure you're not lacking any boxes around the house. But anything with a cardboard or a rigid structure should be able to hold the rest of the parts onto your Newton car. Now, you don't want to cut this piece out too large, because if you make it too large, then the car is not going to travel very far. You kind of want to make it light and nimble so that it'll travel a little bit further along. Now, the wheels, in my case, I'm using some little toy wheels off of an old car that I used to have, but there are plenty of wheels that you can use from other parts laying around the house. I'm talking, of course, about things like Powerade caps or any other drink caps, which you can drill holes through or poke holes through. You can also use CDs. Old CDs work well. Jar lids, and really anything that's round and that you're able to poke a hole through the center for your axles. Now, the axles themselves are a little bit trickier, but some easy suggestions for this would be toothpicks. You could stick a toothpick right through the wheel into the cardboard itself. You could also use a nail, which is what I did in my case. You can see that at the end here, these are all pieces or nail heads that are holding them in place, making it a little bit easier. Now, if you have any problems with the wheels kind of falling off or not holding in place very well, Play-Doh is a good option that will keep it holding it in place and keep the wheels from falling off the end. Just a little Play-Doh at the end of your axle will do the trick for you. Now, the main two things you kind of need in order for this Newton car to work are the straw and the balloon. So the straw in my case is a bendy straw that bends upward. Now, you don't have to have a bendy straw, but what it does is kind of help the balloon kind of stay inflated out from the car itself. If you have just a regular straw, that'll work too. You can even angle the straw a little bit so that the balloon is a little bit higher. Now, the hardest part of this whole thing is getting the balloon to actually stay on the straw. So you might need a little help here. What I did is I pinched and wrapped the balloon around the end of the straw, and then I just used a lot of tape to go around and around and around and make sure that there was no air escaping. You want to do this actually first before you attach it to the car so that you know it works. So once you attach the balloon to the straw, go ahead and try to inflate it and make sure it works and no air is escaping while it's inflated. Next up, all you have to do is just attach the straw to the cardboard itself. So a couple pieces of tape should be able to hold it there. And then you are on the way to designing it and making it creative and however you want to. You can name it, put some color on it, anything you want to do to personalize it and make it your own. All right, guys, now the last step is actually testing it and seeing how it works. So the major thing you want to do here is use this end to inflate your balloon. You want to get it to a decent size, but you don't want to pop it. You just want to make sure it has a nice little bit of air in there. And once you have it inflated, what you can do is actually pinch the end of your straw here off to the side, and that will hold it in place while you're setting it down on the ground and getting it set up. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and inflate my balloon, get it pinched, and set it on the ground and ready to go so that you can kind of see what it looks like when it's in action. All right, guys, last thing to do is for us to test this thing and see how it works. So as you can see, my balloon is inflated, my straw is pinched, ready for release. Next up, you need a flat surface. My garage is actually very smooth and flat, so a nice area for this to launch from. Kitchen floors would also be a great idea. Now, as far as the competitive part, line them all up, have your balloons inflated to about the same size if you're doing a competition style, and then set them all down and wait for a time to release. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, release. As you can see, mine got a pretty good distance, but obviously a clear path will go a little bit further. Also, how far you inflate it. And next up, I'll give you a last little couple minute tips to make sure that this is a great finalized activity for you. All right, guys, I hope you've had fun so far. Here are a couple last little tips to leave you with before we end the activity. What you can do for the axles is actually use straws. If you tape the straws to the bottom of your cardboard piece, then you can use that as an axle to stick something through the straw for the wheels. So a good idea here for something to go through the straws like that would be wooden skewers for the ones that are long enough to go all the way through a straw. Sometimes you can get lucky and find sticks that are long and straight like that as well. So just some extra thoughts on the axles if you have any trouble with nails or toothpicks or anything like that. One other thing, if your car is not moving very well, you can see that you want your wheels to be able to spin very freely. So if your wheels aren't spinning very well, test those out before you actually have it launch. And last little thing I'll leave you with is that even though the main source of our power today came from the balloon and straw, there's actually a method that you can use with a rubber band as well. So if you want to Google that on your own time and see how to use rubber bands if you're out of balloons or even straws, that would be an alternative method for you as well. So the main thing that hopefully you got out of this activity is from Newton's laws, as the air was escaping the balloon in one direction, it pushed your car in the other direction. So that is the law of for every action there is an equal but opposite reaction. You can think of that in space in terms of our rockets, our space shuttle, and anything else that we want to send up to space to be able to use that law and burn rocket fuel in order to reach that high. So thank you guys for watching. I hope the activity works out well for you, and let me know how you did.